them. Now third is my favorite one. The SSL secures my website. Now what happens out there whenever anyone tries to put a SSL, hey, your website is having SQL injection attacks, then most of the people says, hey, put a SSL over there, and says if your website is going to have HTTPS, then it's a secure website. That's completely a wrong notion. You don't need to rely on that, because let's say I put a SSL. Let's discuss what SSL does actually. SSL says I'm going to encrypt whatever the parameter you are going to pass, and I'm going to decrypt again them back to the database so the database can understand them. Again encryption and again decryption. So what is going to happen? You are going to put a single code, and that is also going to get encrypted and then passed in on to the database and then again decrypted. So you can simply assume that you are helping the hackers to do a secure attack. So that's really a bad part out there. You shouldn't rely on that, and that really can vent into some troublesome. Now let me quickly go on to browser again and show you some things out there. Now SQL injection can get into a way beyond depth, and let me show you the website where you can find at least some topics to study about the SQL injection. I'll go to all courses onto my website and show you quickly the link where you can find it out there. And it's just loading in a couple of moments, and you're going to see my browser in a moment. And here it is, the SQL injection course. And at least I would recommend all of you, if you don't take it, I don't care about it, but I would highly appreciate it. But at least I would say design a secure application. Take the help of these topics. All of these things are being available to you, so that at least you can take example. And most of the people says, hey, the strip slash attacks and update query attacks works actually. So I have explicit lectures on them, how you can bypass these kinds of attacks and filters also. So once you have understand how these filters are being bypassed, you can behave more accurately on getting onto the things working right for you. So again, let's try to be short, very short. I won't take much of your time out there in the company, but I would like to take this last slide. After that, I will be taking the questions. So let's just conclude everything in this small session, that it's a flaw in the web application. It's not a problem of PHP, ASP, JSP, or any other thing. It's not also a problem of the SQL. It's the problem in the logic. You haven't sanitized the things. You have not put filters out there and such other things. And still the problem is, most of the people are in the early school days or college days. They are learning the programming. They are not learning this kinds of attacks and all these things. So don't just become attacky out there. Just try to learn how these are implemented, explicitly posed. Visit the OWASP website regularly. I would highly encourage that. OWASP.org is the organization for Open Web Application Vulnerability Project, and that handles lots of such things. But again, lots of tutorials and demo templates are vulnerable. If you are just copying from some themes.com or something like that, make sure you have checked all of the codes, because those codes are vulnerable, especially the torrent ones. Don't ever use them. Even worse, the lot of the situation which are the solutions which are posted on the internet are not good enough. They just say, hey, put this tag, put this sanitization, and it's going to work. And that doesn't work in the real, because you are putting just the strip slashes. That's not going to work. You are going to put a WAF, the web application firewall. That's also not going to work. We have got a parameter pollution topic at the end of the course, which tells you that WAF is not going to work a lot. Up to very well out there, but you have to be very accurate about the filters. So that also works. And in my pen testing in day-to-day life, I visit the companies, do lots of pen testing. I found that 60% of the clients I found to be vulnerable with the SQL itself. And if I talk about others vulnerability, the accesses, they are huge more than that. But let's just stick to the topic and talk about the SQL only. So these are perfectly my guidelines that will help you. Again, there is no proper solution that I can say, hey, this is the tag, implement it, and you are going to get safe. No such way occurs out there in the world. So make sure you take the knowledge of this SQL again, so that you can take advantage of that. So I have concluded